Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and I was recently contacted by Olight and asked if I would be interested in reviewing some of their flashlights. And among one of the ones that they sent was this one here. This is their H1 Nova headlamp. Now, whenever I review a new product, especially if it's a product that I've reviewed several of in the past, I always look to see what sets this particular one apart from the other ones that I have reviewed in the past or the other ones that are out on the market. And what I could say about this one is that this isn't just a headlamp, it's more of a system, and it's basically because of the different things that you can do with it. So this is the packaging that it comes with, and then in the back it gives you a little bit of information as far as the different modes and outputs and things like that, but we'll go ahead and take a look at those. So let me open up the box so you guys can take a look at the light itself. And, right. And the actual light comes in this little protective case here, which is really nice. It's obviously a little bit different from some of the other headlamps out on the market that just kind of come with the light itself. So this is cool because it keeps everything nice and compact. You can go ahead and throw this into your EDC bag or into your camping bag or something like that. And that way, if you do need to find it, you know that everything is kind of stored away in its little pouch here. I like the vibrant blue color also because it makes it a lot easier to see. And then you have your this little loop right here. So if it's in the bottom of the bag, you can grab it and pull it out. It's pretty sturdy. It's not, I wouldn't say it's hard plastic, but it's sturdy enough to where it's going to protect the light and the different accessories and stuff inside. So as you open up the zipper, you will see inside you have a couple different things. So on the one side here, you have the headlamp. So the flashlight portion is attached already to the headpiece. You also have a pocket clip that you can add to the flashlight. So again, this is where the different uses for this light come into play. So you can either use it as a headlamp or you can remove it from the head strap here and attach the pocket clip and then use it as a standalone flashlight. And that is really good because again, it gives one item dual usage, dual purpose. On the other side here, you have a little mesh pocket, and inside you just have a couple different literature. So this one is going to be just a look at some of their other flashlights, the different lineups in the Olight flashlight. So you have the H1 Nova there, and then a couple other ones there. And then you have your user manual. And I like the fact that they included pretty much, again, everything that you would normally want to know as far as the outputs and run times and things like that right in the front here. This is a pretty concise manual, so you do have a lot of different languages, but it's really cool that they included that information just right at hand in case you don't want to go through the whole manual. Now, at first glance, when I saw this, I immediately thought that this would be a great way to kind of come up with a compact EDC system. So obviously all circling around your headlamp flashlight here. So right in this pocket over here, if you don't want to carry the literature, what I would do is I would maybe throw in like maybe a small knife, a couple of band-aids or something like that. So just kind of use the provided space right here and the ability to just fold this down really nice and tight to kind of come up with a little EDC kit. I think that would be a really awesome idea, and that's probably something that I'm going to be looking in, maybe throwing in, as I said, maybe a small knife, a small multi-tool or something like that. That way I can close this up, throw it in my bag, and I have this little compact system here, again, all centered around the flashlight and the headlamp that I can go ahead and use in pretty much any situation. But again, that is maybe something for another video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lamp itself here. So we'll take this plastic portion off. And this one is going to be a single strap that'll go around your head. So in other words, it doesn't have the third strap that'll go on top of your head, but it is elastic and it is nice and soft, which is going to be very, very comfortable. Again, this headlamp is very, very lightweight, which is good because again, if you're going to be using it for a prolonged amount of time, it's not going to be too uncomfortable. The portion right here where the actual flashlight portion attaches to the strap is actually rubberized, which is going to be able to mold around your head, so you're not going to have to worry about it digging in or anything like that as if it was hard plastic. The cool thing is the flashlight portion also rotates while it's in there, so you can point it straight down if you want to light up the area in front of you. You can point it straight ahead if you want to, just give you some area light, or you can point it up, and that way if you're walking like in a room or something like that, you can bounce the light off the ceiling and light up a wider area, which is always a good option. Now, the H1 Nova is actually running off of one CR123 battery or a rechargeable CR123. Olight actually includes a standard CR123 battery in the package, which is really nice. That way you can open it up and then start using it right away, so that's always cool. As far as how to activate and change the modes and stuff like that, you just have the one button right here. This is going to be the button that you're going to use for pretty much everything. And then on the opposite end, as with a lot of their lights, it is magnetic also, so that is really cool, because again, if you're using it as a standalone flashlight, you can attach this to like maybe the hood of your car, or if you're working in your car underneath or something like that, and then it'll give you some nice area light also. The pocket clip right here, it gives you a little bit of information as far as how to remove the flashlight from the unit here, and then attaching the pocket clip. And then also because they do include the battery, there's a little insulation cap that you have to remove before you can go ahead and start using it. Again, really nice setup. I really like the fact that they included this this little pouch here to house the light, and again, you know, you have an option to do all those other different things. So let me go ahead and remove the flashlight, and we'll take a look at some of the different modes. All right guys, so before we take a look at the different modes, I wanted to show you a close-up of the light itself. Again, this is the H1 Nova. As you guys can tell, it is very small. Here it is on the palm of my hand. I can actually wrap my hand all the way around it, so it is very lightweight. It's going to be a great addition to your EDC if you do want to go ahead and carry it as a standalone flashlight. So then you have your power button there, and then the magnetic base on the other side. I'll show you guys here, attached to this little knife. Again, it's pretty sturdy. It's a good contact with the magnet there, so if you do have to use it in a situation where you would have to attach it to some sort of metallic surface, you can go ahead and do it that way. And again, I do enjoy the versatility of this light. You can have it 1 second be on the strap right there around your head, and then you can take it off and carry it around in your hand like this, or attach the pocket clip and clip it onto your pocket, or even to like the strap of the backpack if you want to do it in the this configuration here. So taking a look at the different modes, pressing the button once will get you into the different mode settings. So let me go and cycle through them. All right, so if you press and hold, it'll cycle through the different modes. So you're going to go, this is going to be your low mode, which is going to be 15 lumens for 42 hours. Press and hold, and it'll go up to your medium, which is going to be 60 lumens for 8.5 hours. Press and hold again, and it'll go up to your high, which is 180 lumens for 3 hours. And then if you press again, it'll cycle back to low, medium, and high, low, medium, and high. Now if you turn it off, and then turn it back on, it has memory, so it will come on in the last mode that you left it. So I left it on high, so it came back on high. Whether the light is off or on, if you double click it, it'll go into your turbo mode, and that's going to be the maximum output, which is going to be 500 lumens, and that's going to run for 3 minutes. And then after 3 minutes, it'll actually bump down to 180 lumens, and that's going to run you for 170 minutes. So again, the maximum output of 500 lumens will run you for 3 minutes, and then the flashlight will bump down to 180 on its own. So it'll bump down to high. And if you press it, it'll turn off. And then if you press it, it'll come back on high. And then you press and hold, and it'll cycle through low, medium, high. We'll leave it there. Now, if you press and hold, it'll actually go into a moonlight mode. And this moonlight mode is 2 lumens, and that's going to run you for 15 days. So again, this is great for if you need to read inside of a tent or something like that, or if you want to preserve as much battery as you want on the H1 Nova here. So again, this will run you for 15 days continuously at 2 lumens. And then one last mode, which is the SOS mode. If you press the power button 3 times, it'll get you into SOS. There it is, shining the SOS mode. All right, and then press it again and it'll turn off. And then, okay, last but not least, you do have a lockout feature on the H1 Nova, and that is basically for preventing the battery from draining because you accidentally turned it on, whether it is in your pocket or it's in the carrying case or something like that. So what you can do is just press and hold the power button. you'll see that moonlight turn on, and then once it turns off, it is on lockout mode now. So now if you press the power button, it'll just come on, but as soon as you release it, it'll actually turn off. So you won't have the, you won't accidentally turn the light on and waste the battery. And then to get out of that, just press and hold again until you see it flash, and then now you're back to normal mode. And as you press and turn it on and turn it off, and then you can turn it back on and cycle through the different modes if you want to. So again, there's a lot of versatility with this little light, with the ability to be able to carry it as a headlamp, or attach a pocket clip and clip it onto your pocket, or onto the strap of a backpack or something like that. Speaking of the pocket clip, let me go ahead and turn on this overhead light here, and I'll show you guys how to throw it on there. So you have two positions that it can go on depending on how you want to carry the light. So if you put the pocket clip on the top right here, as you guys can see, it is a pretty deep right clip, which is nice. So you attach it like this, and now the power button is facing up. And then if you rotate it this way, you can go ahead and attach it to a portion here, and now it'll be an even deeper ride, but now the head of the flashlight will actually be on the inside, or towards the bottom. So just depends on how you want to carry it. I think for the most part I would probably carry it in the other orientation here. It just kind of seems to fit the body of the light itself a lot better. So again, real deep ride carry, which I do enjoy. That way it's not going to be bumping in on something and things like that. But again, if you wanted to, you can go ahead and just remove the clip and then just throw it back on the strap right here. Again, these are pretty flexible rubber portions there. So once you get it on there, you're good to go. Again, it's just really, really lightweight, so you're not going to feel the weight of this as you have it on your head and you're walking around and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the camera around. I'll show you guys what this looks like once I have it on, and then I'll show you a couple of different beam shots. Alright guys, so here it is. I went ahead and threw it on. Again, very, very lightweight, very small form factor, which is really nice. It's not going to get in the way if you're wearing a hat or something like that. It's also going to be pretty comfortable. I can rotate it down. That way if I want to light up the area, maybe as I'm walking or something like that, I can do that. Rotate it straight ahead, that way I can get some area light right in front of me. And then again, rotate it up if I'm inside of a room or something like that and I want to have the light bounce off the ceiling and light up the room. And I've spoken to as far as that usage before, and I've had a couple people ask if I would be able to demonstrate that. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. I know a lot of people, when they review flashlights, they'll go outside and they'll show you beam shots and stuff like that. But I wanted to show you guys more of an inside, maybe the power goes out and you're using it inside of your house or something like that. So the next shot you're going to see is me actually inside of my house going through the different modes, so you guys can see what that looks like. Alright guys, so I set up the camera in my living room now, so I'll go ahead and show you guys a couple different beam shots. So I'll turn the light on, and it should come on the low setting, or actually this is the moonlight setting. Again, that's 2 lumens. If I press and hold, it'll go to low. And you guys can start seeing some of the movie shelves and stuff like that there. I got a camping tent in the middle, and then I'll press it again and it'll go to your medium. Okay, so that's medium, and then press it again, and then that is high. And then if I double press it, it'll go to the turbo, which is the 500 lumens. So this is me pointing the light from my head straight ahead, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it up, and what this is going to do is, as I walk around, it's going to give me an area light. So even though it's not as bright and as focused as if I were to push it straight ahead, this is bouncing the light off the ceiling, so it's more of a diffused look to it, but it's going to light up a wider area. So it's not going to be a focused beam in one spot. This is going to be more of a floodlight all over the room, and it's doing a really good job as I'm moving my head around of keeping the whole room completely lit. And again, at 500 lumens, that's going to give you more than enough light to be able to do that. And just remember, after 3 minutes, the light will bump itself down to 180 lumens to preserve the battery and to give you more light. But there it is. That's what it looks like when you're actually rotating it up and bouncing the light off the ceiling to give you more of an area light. Alright guys, so there you have it. I hope that the different beam shots that I showed you served to drive my point across. I've actually been in the situation before where I've had to use my headlamp in that form factor. I live in South Florida. We get a lot of hurricanes, power outages are a norm for those. So I've had to, rotate the light up and have it light up a wider area, like a room or something like that, as opposed to more of a focus specific beam at a particular thing that I'm looking at. Now, even though you can still do that with this lamp and even, rotate it down to your feet and to see where you're walking around, I think because of the ease of being able to rotate it up, it serves for that particular purpose very nicely. Now, I really enjoy what Olight did here with this very versatile form factor. This is a great package, and I would call it a great system. You have your headlamp here that you can use in specific circumstances. Then you can just take it off, attach the pocket clip, throw it in your pocket. Now you have a really awesome EDC flashlight, nice and lightweight, great battery. And then you have the pouch here that you can add extra things to it, and again, kind of build up on that system that Olight already created. So there it is. That is the H1 Nova headlamp from Olight. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.